Hi, I'm Bob Barchi. What a great year we've had celebrating Rutgers' 250th anniversary. I want to thank the students, faculty, staff, alumni, and everyone else who's helped us to make this such a meaningful milestone in our university's long history. Now, let's take a look at some of the highlights of our anniversary year. Henry Rutgers donated a bell to Old Queens, which has been there since 1825. It's a bell that we ring on very special occasions. We're going to ring it tonight to celebrate the beginning of our 250th birthday.
Every time you donate a photo, it triggers a $1 donation from Johnson & Johnson to healthcare scholarships for underserved students.
3, 2, 1, go!
J&J, thank you very much. This is a neat thing. It's going to move around the university. It's going to move around this campus. It's going to move to Camden and Newark. And all you have to do is get up there and take a selfie once a day, every one of you. And for every one of those pictures, we're adding another $1 to that scholarship fund.
I dressed up and came out to this event today because I love Rutgers and I wanted to support the 250th anniversary.
It's been around for so long, even before the country was developed, so I think it's great to celebrate with everyone and all the alumni who are here too.
We have to keep in mind the whole history of Rutgers. We have to own that whole thing. We were there through protest after protest, but we also have to celebrate all the things that we've done.
We are Rutgers in South Jersey. And we are so proud to be an important part of Rutgers' 250th year celebration. And we're part of Rutgers' bright future.
A few days ago, and when we rang the bell in Old Queens, we could hear the echo of the bells ringing down here. And when we turned the lights on that old part of campus, we could see the reflection of the scarlet lights on City Hall and on the Ben Franklin Bridge, just indicating the fact that we are all part of the same university here.
Today we dedicate our new writer's house, the Henry Genet Trent House, and it was built in 1885 and is on the National Register of Historic Sites. And I'm so pleased to report that Rutgers has truly restored it to its former glory.
This event marks the launch of the 250th anniversary celebration of Rutgers here at Rutgers Newark.
I don't want to give you the impression that we're just looking back. We're looking back at 250 years of Rutgers. We're looking back at 350 years of Newark. No, we're standing here with this building reopening because we are looking forward.
So as we launch Rutgers' 250th anniversary here, as we think about another 250 or whatever transformative years, our greatest aspiration for this building is that it will be a key piece of Newark's civil infrastructure that will help us build a more just social infrastructure. We want 15 Washington to become one of our signature third spaces of collaboration that helps us create opportunity.
It's been really incredible to see how a university this large can come together across Newark, New Brunswick, and Camden.
We saw people come on board, departments get involved to see how they could connect with the anniversary and make it important in their work. Folks in human ecology put together a class on the 250 years of the culinary history of the university. Federal Relations put on a reception in the U.S. Botanical Gardens right next to the Capitol building for all of our representatives in Washington. The Black on the Banks conference that took place, bringing back alumni from the 1960s and 70s who took a leadership in moving our institution forward and becoming more diverse and looking at diversity as something that was important for the institution. The Institute for Research on Women has also looked at the history of women at Rutgers for the last 250 years.
The 250 mobile application lands on the page called Today in History with timely information connecting the 250th with events. It has tours that you can take of each campus.
Rutgers Day had been expanded to the Newark and Camden campuses. Professor Paul Clemens wrote an excellent academic history, and he and Professor Rudy Bell have created an online course on the history of the university that's been taught now for students from Newark, Camden, and New Brunswick.
I want to thank Kathy Lopez and Paul Clemens for their extraordinary work in assembling the panels, but also in sharing with us some ways to rethink this history and to place that history at the heart of the university.
There had never been an illustrated history of Rutgers University. So we're very proud of it, and it was quite an accomplishment.
The idea to invite the President of the United States as our commencement speaker developed with the planning committee for Rutgers 250. The whole thing started, though, with President Barchi writing a letter of invitation to President Obama, asking him if he would please come and be our commencement speaker. Our New Jersey delegation got involved. They also issued letters. They issued a press release. The chair of our Board of Governors, Greg Brown, happened to be serving on one of President Obama's commissions. He hand-delivered the letter again. There were a lot of people involved. I think what really made all the difference is what our students did.
I was tasked to coordinate how student government and different organizations can come together and figure out how they can bring up the student involvement. And then I also worked with RUTV, the student video team, to create a video. And the video was an invitation that was sent out to the White House, working with federal relations in DC.
We never gave up hope. We wanted to keep pressing forward. And we're excited that when we got the yes.
It's true that a lot of schools invite me to their commencement every year, but you are the first to launch a 3-year campaign. Emails, letters, tweets. I even got 3 notes from the grandmother of your student body president. And I have to say, that really sealed the deal. Every day, tens of thousands of students come here to this intellectual melting pot, where ideas and cultures flow together among what might just be America's most diverse student body. America converges here. Throughout our history, a new generation of Americans has reached up and bent the arc of history in the direction of more freedom and more opportunity and more justice. And class of 2016, it is your turn now to shape our nation's destiny as well as your own. So get to work. Make sure the next 250 years are better than the last. Good luck. God bless you. God bless this country we love. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming to help us celebrate our 250th anniversary. Today is one of the highlights of our year of celebration, and I'm just thrilled that we've been able to bring all of you together and have these fabulous speakers from both outside the university and on our own faculty.
I want to welcome you to what is the second of our 3 symposia in this 250th year anniversary celebration for Rutgers. You'll recall the first one was on the future of higher education, and the last one will be on why humanities matter. Today we're talking about transformational science.
The anniversary year featured hundreds of activities. Some focused on the past, others focused on the future. including the launch of Rutgers Health.
Rutgers Health is really the clinical arm of Rutgers University. The goal is really to be able to achieve best care for patients. That best care for patients includes care when patients get sick, on one hand, but it also includes keeping patients healthy, on the other hand. So where other practices all around the country focus on the physician and are physician-oriented, Rutgers Health will really be patient-oriented and will include the physician, of course, but also nurses, pharmacists, dentists, physician's assistants, all of the people who can mobilize together to be able to keep our population healthier.
Happy birthday, Rutgers!
Happy 250, Rutgers.
Happy birthday, Rutgers.
Happy birthday from your Rutgers family.
Bells have rung for 250 seconds at the Honors College and in churches in all of our host communities, in Newark and Camden as well. We're now also going to have a flag raising and a dogwood tree planting as part of this ceremony.
Earlier this year, Congressman Frelinghuysen had a U.S. flag flown over the Capitol building in Washington. And he has presented us with that U.S. flag in commemoration of our 250th anniversary. And it is that flag that we are going to raise today.
The act of planting a tree has special significance for many reasons. It represents the continuing cycle of life and the very idea of growing a memory.
As you pass this way next spring and next fall, and for the years to come, this will be a pleasing reminder to all of you of this glorious, historic Charter Day and our 250th anniversary celebration.
We have over 80 of our distinguished alumni in Camden and Newark and here in New Brunswick who have come to Rutgers from around the world and presented lectures on their area of expertise. We've called these people our Rutgers 250 Fellows. They have shared their insights with students across the university.
My generation has benefited from inheriting a certain standard of what it means to be a Rutgers student. We never settle, and that is what makes Rutgers revolutionary.
Happy birthday, Rutgers!
This was the biggest, most elaborate anniversary celebration of any university in the United States, and I know because we checked them all out. This has been a huge celebration that couldn't have happened if everybody hadn't been willing to get involved.